What happens when you take an already tense story and drop the full weight of the Empire and the Inquisitors into it? You get chaos, you get incredible lightsaber fights, and honestly, you get some of the most fun Star Wars that we have had in quite some time. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Surfing the Stream. I am here again to review episodes 5 and 6 of Maul Shadow Lord. And man, this show just keeps leveling up. These episodes lean a little bit more into action and tension than that deep character work. But honestly, I am not complaining whatsoever. The biggest addition here is the Empire, and it completely changes the tone of the story. The moment the Empire shows up, there's this constant sense that anything can go wrong at any second. And when you mix in the Inquisition on top of that, it just keeps you on the edge the entire time. And what makes it even better is I'm starting to really find myself attached to Captain Lawson. And that just goes to show you how great this series has done with some of its side characters. I think if you had to really describe episodes 5 and 6 more than anything, it would be, hey, these episodes are devoted to the side characters rather than Maul himself. So with episodes 5 and 6, we are starting to see some really interesting seeds being planted with Devin. You can tell she's starting to question things a little bit, especially when the Empire arrives. There's that classic enemy of my enemy is my friend thought kind of creeping in with her. Like maybe Maul isn't the worst option out there, but Daki shuts that down almost immediately. And I love that contrast. Daki is grounded, he's experienced, he knows exactly what Maul is, and he makes it very clear an enemy is still an enemy. It's a simple moment, but it says a lot about both characters and where they're heading. And speaking of Daki, we get a really cool little throwback moment here that Star Wars fans are definitely going to appreciate. He pulls a straight up Obi-Wan mind trick on a stormtrooper, but Daki pulls that Obi-Wan mind trick on a stormtrooper, basically telling him, you've already seen our identification, we're free to go. Classic, love it. But then another stormtrooper immediately questions it and is like, hey, why the fuck did you let them go? It's just a small little thing that twists that classic Star Wars mind trick aspect, and I loved it. It prevents the scene from feeling too easy, and it keeps that tension alive. And then basically from that point forward, it is a long chase sequence. Now, here's something I didn't expect to say. I'm actually totally fine with Maul being mostly absent in episode 5, and that's because the show uses that time to build out the supporting cast, and for the most part, they're all working. Riley, who is Lawson's son, is a great example. He's probably my least favorite of the new characters, but not because he's a bad one. It's just the lack of screen time that really holds him back. What I do like is he is one of the only characters that genuinely believes in the Empire. So when the Empire turns on them for harboring Daki and Devin, he's confused. And that's a really interesting perspective that we haven't seen much in this show. And it's nice to be able to see some of these other aspects of Star Wars. If you go to the OG trilogy, it's, hey, Empire equals bad people. So having this aspect of right after episode 3, where they all believe that the Empire is a great thing. They all believe in Senator Palpatine and his vision for the galaxy. So to see this one character have this perspective of, no, the Empire is amazing, and then you have these other characters that are like, man, fuck the Empire. It's great to have that contrast between these characters. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Riley as not only the season progresses, but the series goes forward. Now, let's talk about something that really elevates these episodes for me, and that is the Inquisitors. Marek, the first brother, his design, insanely cool. Absolutely love the way he looks. He has this Dead Space style look to him, and it feels intimidating from the moment he shows up. And the Inquisitors in general are just badass, but adding them into the story alongside the Empire raises the stakes immediately. Because now it's not just about survival, it's survival against people specifically trained to hunt you down. And I cannot wait to explore more of the Inquisitors. I would be totally down for a show centered around the Inquisitors. Maybe something along the lines of what we thought the Mandalorian was going to be, where we were going to have these contracts and shit like that. I think if you have the Inquisitors going out and hunting Jedi for a season, 2 seasons, and make it animated, make it something like maybe a spinoff of this series, I think that would really work. I would definitely be down for exploring more of the Inquisitors because I just think they're too cool to not explore them in either animated form or live action form. I know what we got of them in the Obi-Wan show was fantastic, even though I totally forgot her name because I just didn't care for her performance at all. The character was fine. It was just the performance itself I just didn't really care for. And then episode 6 waste absolutely no time getting into the thick of it. We jump straight into Daki versus Marek inside Lawson's apartment. And bruh, this fight fucking delivers. The animation is clean. It looks absolutely gorgeous with that paintbrush style look to it. The fight choreography is really damn good. It is one of the highlights of the show that I guess I wasn't really expecting, even from a Maul centric series, was the lightsaber duels. You know, we have this thing where, and Nick, if you're listening to this, you're going to say the Obi-Wan fight in episode 3 was over choreographed, yada, yada, yada. Love Nick to death, but it's one of the things that he will always be wrong on, I promise you. And the fight choreography from that has always been the pinnacle for me. And the fights in this show are, I'm not saying it's like up there, but it's really, really damn good. They feel fast, aggressive, dangerous, exactly what you want from a lightsaber duel. You never know what's going to happen. And then Devin jumps into the mix, which is a cool moment, even if it is brief, but it shows that she's not just sitting on the sidelines anymore. And speaking of Devin, her fight with Marek might be my favorite fight of these 2 episodes. It's her fighting for her life. She's constantly on the defensive, trying to survive. Meanwhile, Marek in control the entire time, always on the offense, always pressing forward. And you can just feel that gap between them. And it just makes that fight way more intense. And then Maul shows up and everything changes. Maul and Devin versus Marek, and we get one of the most hyped moments in the series so far. Marek pulls out a double-bladed lightsaber. I was like, okay, all right. Everybody fucking has double-sided lightsabers at this point, and I am not mad at it whatsoever. This is straight up peak Star Wars action, and I loved every single damn second of it. But beyond the action, what really stands out is how well these episodes are setting up the back half of the season. And here's what we've got. We got Maul, who is now connected to Riley, who is basically the Jon Snow of this series and knows absolutely fucking nothing about the Empire. You have Devin standing right on the edge of turning to the dark side and being the apprentice of Maul. You have the Inquisitors actively hunting down all of our characters. And then you have the Empire right behind them, closing in from all sides. It is this perfect storm. These 2 episodes have felt like a little bit like the start of a chase sequence to me. And I hope we continue that over the rest of this season. But overall, guys, episodes 5 and 6 are a huge win for me. There's a little less character development and a lot more action and tension, but honestly, I'm not mad at it. Okay, I'm all about it. I love character development. I love when we can deep dive into the psyche and explore the characters even more. But when Star Wars is on with its action, it is fucking on. The animation continues to impress. The fight choreography, some of the best that we have seen in Star Wars animation. And most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, if you had to take one thing away from this review, is Star Wars is cool as shit yet again. And it's been a minute since I have felt like the franchise has been cool and fun like this. Cannot wait to see more of the Inquisitors, and more importantly, how Maul is going to try and pull Devin fully over to his side. But guys, let me know what you thought of episodes 5 and 6 down in the comments. Did the Inquisitors live up to the hype? Where do you think things will go with the rest of the season? Are you enjoying the side character action that we're getting here in these last 2 episodes? And while you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That's really going to help me out, and I would greatly appreciate it if y'all did that. But guys, that's going to be it for me. I will catch y'all next time on another review. Laters.